This is music, and this is the color yellow. Alright, so Music Sucker, check out his channel. It's a great vinyl community channel. He shows all sorts of things from all sorts of genres. Recently started a fun thread. The idea is basically to show a bunch of albums that have yellow covers, or at least have yellow on the cover, which are not Metallica's new album, 72 Seasons. And I've been wanting to contribute to this thread, and now that my voice is almost back, let's do it. So up first, kind of a no-brainer, I think, State of Euphoria by Anthrax. That's very yellow, and it's, in my opinion, a quite underrated album. I think it's actually pretty good, but it's kind of sandwiched in between two giant milestones of their discography, so that's probably why. But I love this album. It's great. Up next, I guess not yellow as such, more kind of orange, but it does have some yellow bits every now and then, and it's kind of related to Anthrax. Armored Saint, and this is Delirious Nomad, and of course it's related to Anthrax because John Bush of Armored Saint would later join Anthrax. Okay, up next, also kind of more orange, but the logo has some yellow in it, and the sun is yellow, and there's some yellow in the title as well. So this is Atomkraft or Atomkraft, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Queen of Death, kind of speed metal, thrash speed metal, very good stuff, very enjoyable. This is a Back on Black reissue. They actually do a pretty good job with their reissues. A lot of people talk a lot about music on vinyl and mo-fi and all those things. Not a lot of people talk about how good the Back on Black reissues actually are. They're actually pretty good. Anyways, an OG, Barón Rojo, and this is Larga Vida al Rock and Roll. Mostly kind of a blue cover, but you got a fire going on here, and there's a bit of yellow in the fire. Traditional heavy metal, super good stuff, with lyrics in Spanish, and it's out on Mausoleum, and that's just a great label. Whenever I see something from Mausoleum, I just pick it up if I don't have it already. Now some Christian metal, Barren Cross, Atomic Arena. Very similar story art-wise. It's not really yellow, but you do have this massive block of yellow. So there you go. Next one, bit different. This is Guarantee by Bow Wow. Obviously not a yellow cover. You do have a yellow bench here, but what I want to highlight is the yellow OB strip. And this OB strip here was in pretty bad shape. I think back when they made this at the factory, they made the OB strip a bit too small for the record, so it was basically torn, and it's also caused the you can't really see, yeah, maybe down here, it's caused some corner bends on the jacket. The record is unharmed, so that's good, but I just wanted to highlight this OB because OBs are fun. Okay, now to some death metal. Bolt Thrower for Victory. You got, I guess it's a sunset, very yellow sunset, and of course you have one of the coolest logos in the history of death metal, because it's not very death metal-y, although this is they are death metal legends. Great album, a bit underrated I think in their discography, but there you go. Now something completely different. The self-titled Genesis album, Mama, has yellow stuff on it. I really like this album, to be honest. A lot of people, old school Genesis fans, don't like the Phil Collins fronted stuff from the 80s. I like this one. I think it has some good songs. It also has some bad songs, to be honest, but pretty good album. Now we have Running Free by Iron Maiden. This kind of murky yellow color scheme that a lot of their first two albums and a lot of the singles from those albums had, and that's to capture the kind of the dark and kind of scary atmosphere of certain parts of London at night. It also reminds me a bit of some parts of Manchester at night, where I used to live in Manchester. Obviously, you didn't have zombies running around, I don't think. On the other side, by the way, we have Sanctuary, also the same kind of murky yellow color scheme. So there you go. And up last, Evil Empire by Rage Against the Machine. That's yellow, isn't it? I think it is. So there you go. A bunch of albums with yellow cover art, which are not Metallica's 72 Seasons. I actually don't mind 72 Seasons. I think it's a decent album. I am probably going to pick it up on CD, maybe cassette, a bit further down the line when the prices drop a bit. Thanks for watching.